Hello and welcome to Late Night Creatures, the late night show where I draw creatures and it's late at night, and that's the premise of the show. So welcome. It's Late Night Creatures 38. So that means we're going to be drawing 38 creatures on this episode. That's a lie. Don't quote me on that ever. So we're just going to jump into the drawing here real quick. Go ahead and get a jump start. Good evening. So I'm kind of just going to start off with, I'm thinking maybe we start off from kind of a basic shape, maybe work our way out. So maybe work with something sort of like that. Yeah, I think that's a good start. Good starting place. Bring that up a little more. Okay, cool. So looking at this shape, it's looking like a face. Maybe there's something interesting we can do. Let's do a nose out approach to this drawing. Start with the nose, work our way out and around the rest of the face here. Shouldn't be that hard of a challenge, really. Hello. So yeah, I think maybe start with a nose out approach. Welcome everyone. This is the nose episode of Late Night Creatures. We're just going to focus on this nose the whole episode. That's another lie. I wish we could just focus on a nose for a whole episode. Creature that's just a nose would be a very interesting premise. Sadly, it's not the premise that we're going with. I don't actually know what the premise we're going with is yet, because I make it up as I go. So here we are, making it up as we go. So I think maybe we put the eye around here. Make it a nice bulbous type of eye. Maybe we can make that bigger actually. Let's round out this head a bit. So then we can really, get the shape of this eye just right. Very good. Actually, I'm sorry. This eye, I have a vision for it in my head that I'm trying to make a reality. But as we all know, with art and especially on Late Night Creatures, that's always a bit of a struggle. Okay, cool. So, moving on from this this place here. Wowzers. Okay. Very good. Actually, I want to redo this as well. Need to make sure that that's the shape that I want. Sort of shape it around the eye there. Okay, cool. So now we're starting to make a character. Now this is a person, a creature with a story to tell. Awesome. I think maybe this guy is kind of a hunchback type of deal. I want to make this jaw maybe a little more, actually let's make it a lot more pronounced. Bring it up like that. There we go. And now we can add in a nice mouth. I think maybe he has kind of maybe he's frightened. He's shocked by something. There we go. Oh, look at his cute teeth. Those are good teeth, if I do say so myself. There he is. Okay. So we have a face. Now the next part, once you draw a face, is, of course, to draw a body. So we're going to move on from this face and bring in a shape to act as our body. I'm thinking, like I said earlier, I'm thinking maybe like a hunchback type of vibe. Maybe we can work out from that. So let's see. Saw him under your bed, huh? Yeah, he gets around. Maybe we can have, I think maybe we make kind of a sleeve type deal right here. Yeah, I think that's what we're looking at. Okay. Yep, I got it. So then we can bring this And bring this around under here to meet that. And then right here, we can have the other sleeve coming in like that. And maybe, just maybe, hear me out on this. Maybe there's another eye. Huh? You know, maybe there's a separate eye that we're looking at here. Howdy, David. It's good to see you. I think we're looking at maybe a second eye type deal. Maybe this face isn't what we thought originally. Maybe it's a double face. I love me a good double face. I'll tell you what. If there's one thing in life that every man needs to see, it's a double face. But yeah, and so maybe this eye, because that eye's looking kind of back, so maybe this eye's looking out back at him. And they're kind of enemies. Oh, that's fun. Hold on, let me actually, with that dynamic in mind, let me sort of draw a seam. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Kinda. I need to work on those stitches. Yeah, let's draw a kind of a seam type deal in between them here. That's a good look. So now we can further define our other character. Sort of bring this down here. Very good. Very, very sinister. Bring this back around all the way. Okay. So this line here, this needs to be something. I'm not sure exactly why I put that there. What if we have... Well, he's wearing a shirt, right? And we have the sleeves to that shirt. So perhaps we have kind of the shirt type deal coming out here. And so this is like the, the good old-fashioned collar. It's got the little threads. We can do a similar type detail on the ends of the sleeves here. Okay, you know what? Let's just add a bunch of heads. Let's add a bunch of characters. I feel like that's the right direction to go. So I think I'm liking this sort of hump type structure we got going on. So let's bring it all the way. Just make a big guy. Let's make a big guy right here. I need to give the other guy arms, but let's get this big guy sort of set where I'd like him to be, which is about here, so we can finish out that sleeve. And yeah, that's what we're looking at. So you have the big guy, finish out the sleeve there. Let's make that sleeve a little more cohesive, actually. Bring it up in a more straight direction so it kind of meets in a point. Yeah, okay. And then we can give him arms at long last. I like every head having the same name. Randy is a good option. I like Randy. I also like Percy. Thinking about giving them all the same name, I think Percy is also an option. So, people, hey, everyone watching, do you prefer Percy or Randy? Vote below. Fight about it. Get into a miniature war about which one you prefer. Just for fun, you know? Let's pit ourselves against each other for the sake of entertainment in the comments and during the show. Oof. Very good. Okay, let's look. Oh no. Poor whatever their names are. They are in a bad spot, to be sure. Okay. So moving on. Oh, whoops. I changed my mind. I don't like those arms. What's another good arm option we can do? Hold on. Okay, let's try just some nice little. Very good. Awesome. Perfect. There he is. Oh, cool. That's not good. All right, cool. There's our boy. That's our guy. Right there. Need to bring that sort of back up. Awesome. And then we can bring the other one around like so. And so then the other one will sort of barely have the outside come in there. So we can draw on the little, real quick, rough in. Because, I mean, that's too much to draw them well right now. But I can rough in the little tentacle suction cup nodules. Whatever you want to call them. Alright, cool. No one has voted Randy or Percy yet. So I'm going to make an executive decision. And they're all going to be Randy except for the last one that I tack on. And that one's name will be Percy. So we can reach a compromise, but I do like Randy, so we'll make Randy the majority. Does that sound fair to everyone? Great. Awesome. Okay, so maybe we do a mouth for this one. I still want that sort of puckered up look that the other have. Very nice. Yeah, I want this type of deal. Okay, and I gotta add in our other seam right here so that, you know, we keep some consistency between our around our creature here. Okay, very nice. Now we gotta add in teeth because I made this a mouth. I don't know if he's gonna have eyes. I'm thinking maybe, but I want this awful mouth in here first. Without a doubt, I want this awful mouth. Yes, very bad. Very, very bad. Let's give him eyes. I think yes on eyes. Oh, he looks angry. That was a mistake, but it was a mistake that I like. So we're keeping it. Fun artist trick. It's time for Peter DeToro's fun artist trick. If you make a mistake and you like the mistake, keep the mistake. You know? Because why not? So now we got to add in basically the butt. I think we can end this creature here. So I think maybe we have sort of this. Let's make it a butt, first of all. And then we can have sort of hold on. Let me redo that butt. Make it a little more defined. There's a butt that I like. There's the butt I like to see. So, bad. And then maybe he has kind of this like this type of deal. This isn't a good look. I won't lie. But yeah. Awesome. We can maybe put in a leg here and then bring the other leg. This isn't the best perspective, but with this gross amalgamation that we're making, I don't think a lot of people are really going to care about the perspective, huh? Probably not. We got to stitch this together haphazardly. This is probably the worst stitching I've done, or the best. Let me take a look. Maybe caring less about the placement. Yeah, whatever. They all look the same. All right. Yes, one might call it a happy little accident. Don't sue me, Bob Ross's estate. And if you are going to sue me, make it a large public spectacle so that, you know, at least we can have some fun. Now I want to give him pockets now. So let's do that. Let's give him some nice denim jean type pockets where we have the pocket in here, and then swing this around, bring the pocket around here. Very nice, good boy. Okay, and then we can now we can add the legs. Oh, yeah. Actually, you know what? I think we might scrap the pockets. Those didn't look good. I'm going back on myself a lot this episode, but that's because I, for once, when I started and had this idea, have a very clear image in my head. And so let's just, let's make back pockets instead. Those seem to be, or cargo pants. That's it. Let's do cargo shorts. These are definitely shorts. Zero doubt that these are shorts. Awesome. And then we can bring the knee in like so, and the leg nice and big and somewhat meaty. Very good. Bring the foot down. Add in the tootsies. You know I love me some tootsies. Awesome. Maybe just flap some hair over. Okay, good. Very nice. And then the other leg. Not sure what to do with the other leg. Maybe we could have it in a stretched running position here. Maybe we can have it in a stretch run. Guys, I'm sorry. I changed my mind again. You know, I thought the normal human feet would be a good way to sort of bring that weird factor in, but I have a better option. I'd like your opinion on it as I draw. But I'm kind of thinking spider legs. If I can draw spider legs. I don't think I've ever actually drawn spider legs before, but hey, we're going to do our best to make those possible. There we go. Very good. And then they just come down like so. Feel free to, as I'm drawing these spider legs, to drop your opinions down below so that I get a pulse on sort of the opinions of the viewing audience. Yeah. I'm digging the spider legs, I must say. Because they also are kind of just, they're still kind of human. They kind of just look like knight's armor, too. That's the other thing they kind of look like there. Yeah, so that's interesting. I think the spider here is very, very cool. So spider legs are for sure a yes. Not going back on this one, guys. Spider legs, 100% all the way spider legs. A little word with only 2 spider legs. See, that's the thing about the spider legs, is that they don't got rules. Spider legs are just spider legs, you know? It's interesting how spidery these legs can get. Let's just give them some nice hair. That's more flies that have hair, so maybe they're fly legs. Whatever. They're insectoid. Well, spiders aren't insects, but they're whatever you'd call the general classification of spiders and insects together because they're different. I know that they're different. So, you know, whatevs. So now I think maybe he needs a friend. He needs a friend to sort of help keep him in check. So let's draw him a friend. I think that this little friend is kind of the opposite. So instead of being a gross amalgamation, he's kind of just a dude. Drawn a lot of like normal dude faces recently. Not recently as in like just in my everyday life, but on Late Night Creatures. And so I think we might make it a tradition that there's got to be one like normal-esque, because this definitely isn't like all the way normal, but normal adjacent dude in every episode, except the animation ones. So in every even numbered episode, because I can't draw a realistic face consistently in animation. So, you know. Now we gotta give him maybe he has a little grin. He's a nice person, you know. He cares about his friend. He cares about his friends, Randy, and Percy. They're all very dear to his heart. He loves them all dearly. That's a great smile. It looks like I'm drawing one of the things in that awful looking movie that has Pitbull in it, whatever it's called, where like it's the stuffed animals and they go to like the human world. Whatever that one is definitely you know, That's one of these. I'm surprised. I'm a character designer on that movie. This is one of our scrap designs. They said it was too ugly for the movie. This was actually going to be Pitbull's character in God. What's it called? Is it just called Ugly Dolls? I think it might be called Ugly Dolls. Either way, this was going to be Pitbull's character. Um, but they said no. You got to make him look like Pitbull. Because why wouldn't you? Every character Pitbull's played in a movie looks like Pitbull. I don't know if he's played in any live action movies, but I know that he's been in a few animated ones, and they've always just looked like him. And that's a problem, but it also seems like it's just Pitbull's superpower that he's always Pitbull. He's always himself. Jeez. I'm coming off of a sickness, I believe. I wasn't like formally diagnosed, but I have not felt 100% the past few days. So that's why I've been coughing, and maybe possibly why my voice sounds a little strained, but it might not. I've had the issue where I've said that like my voice might sound weird, and then like the next day people will tell me your voice sounded exactly the same as it usually does. So who knows? Okay, so he needs some hair, right? I mean, he needs some hair. Okay, I'm giving him like the standard old man cut, because Pitbull needs to play someone who's not Pitbull, and this is him. This is Pitbull. That's his name. I'm gonna get a defamation lawsuit, and it's gonna be great. I'm gonna get sued for this one episode. I'm gonna get sued by Pitbull and Bob Ross's estate, and it's going to be an interesting time. I'll be sure to keep you guys posted on the lawsuit. Here Pitbull is handing me my cease and desist letter. Here it is. That's Pitbull. Famous country superstar. Pitbull. Oh man. There he is. Okay. I'm just gonna keep adding details to Pitbull. I think the details to Pitbull is basically gonna be the rest of the episode, unless I can find more details to put on him. Let's see. Let's detail him up a bit. Make him look a little more of that fun cartoon realism, where he looks just real enough. Give this some crow's feet. Make him a real tough customer. Maybe try and add. I don't know how adding a brow furrow in it doesn't work well. I was gonna see how adding like brow furrows worked when the eyes were that far apart. It doesn't work. Is the answer. So there's a nice little mouth. Okay, and then we can look over here. Maybe I'll give him a little mouth too. He's the only one who doesn't have a mouth. You guys are just all counting in Spanish in the chat. Oh, that was actually a better mouth that's a significantly better mouth than I was planning on drawing. That is a very nice upper lip. Okay, good. That worked out like way better than I thought it would. That mouth. Okay, cool. So let's see. Going back up to Pitbull here. He's very fun to just I don't know what it is about this character, and it wasn't even our main character that we started with. But yeah, he's just here. He's just very fun to add details to. I have no idea why. Are you sending me fair use laws in the chat? Okay, cool. Thank you. I assume that I'm not going to read all that, but I assume that you're just saying that I'm justified in drawing this character named Pitbull, who has no bearing on the actual Pitbull. It's okay. Pitbull can't understand sarcasm, and so he can't tell that Don't tell Pitbull. You see, I'm gonna make all these jokes, and then Pitbull's actually gonna get mad at me. And then what am I gonna do then, huh? Well, you tell me. Society and Pitbull. Oh wow. Pitbull is very cool. Do I need to give him ears? Where do ears would go? The ears would go here. I don't think that's a good look. Okay. Cool. Very good. Very good, Pitbull. Very good boy. All right. Well, would you look at that? Huh. There's something weird. There's something weird about this drawing. I can't quite put my finger on. Let me try a little magic. Oh, huh. Would you look at that? You just add this in here. Spells out the word prom. Now, that's interesting. It's very interesting. It's almost as if I were to just sort of throw this on there. Huh. It's almost as if this entire episode has been a clever ploy for me to ask my girlfriend to prom on this live stream. But who would do that? I would. I don't actually know for sure if she's watching at the moment. That almost went perfectly. By the way, I've been so careful that I didn't get to do the basically the crotch of the R, essentially. And so I didn't get it spot on. I was so close. I was so proud of myself. But yeah, she's either watching or asleep. Either option is very possible. Because she told me before the episode started. Because I made very sure. I was like, hey, you gonna watch the episode tonight? It's gonna be really good. Got something really cool planned. So I don't know if she actually ever, if she's actually still watching or not. She very well may have fallen asleep. But she's a very supportive person, and so she always watches them the next morning. So I'm gonna have things, guys. I'm worried that she's gonna watch, so I have to be like cautious still with what I say because I have a bit of a plan past this, and that's already a bit too much of a spoiler. Anywho, I'm sorry to my viewing audience. I am going to prom with Pitbull, but also her if she says yes. So, I'm sorry, my viewing audience. You have been pawns to an extent in my game to cleverly ask my girlfriend to prom by doing a layered drawing of a creature. Yeah, I had the entire time I had 2 layers going. And so all those times that I messed up or wanted to change something, it was because I drew it on the wrong layer. And so it would have messed this up. It would have messed the big reveal up. This episode's been a mess. But yeah. So I'm eagerly awaiting her answer. I didn't want this whole thing to take up too much of the episode. So that's what the main reason I drew Pitbull. So thank you for joining me on Late Night Creatures, and thank you for, while unknowingly, but still taking part in my promposal to my girlfriend. I eagerly await her answer. I will, if I don't know you personally or don't talk to you on a daily basis, or if you're new, I'll next episode, next week, I'll let you guys know how everything went. That said, this has been Late Night Creatures. I hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you all have a great night. And I will see you next week. We're going to do another animation. It's going to be a fun time. All right. Bye.